Imagine pulling up to your daughter's house for a surprise visit, only to spot your wife's fancy BMW parked there, when she swore she was at a charity event. Your gut twists as you creep closer, and through the cracked window, you hear words that shatter your world. Once the gullible idiot signs the divorce papers, we'll split his restaurant empire and live like kings. But what if the idiot records every word and turns the tables in the most calculated revenge you've ever seen? Stick around. This story of betrayal, lies, and sweet justice will have you cheering by the end. If you've ever felt the sting of family betrayal or dreamed of the perfect comeback that exposes the snakes in your life, hit that like button now. Subscribe for more heart-pounding revenge tales inspired by real Reddit dramas. And drop in the comments, have you ever uncovered a plot against you? Let's dive in. This one's a roller coaster. I was cruising past my daughter Sophia's brownstone in the heart of Chicago, the kind of upscale neighborhood my restaurant chain had helped afford. I'd just wrapped up a late inspection at my flagship spot, Bella Italia, and thought I'd swing by to check on my son-in-law, Victor. He was supposedly buried in tax files for one of his big clients. But there it was, Elena's sleek black BMW idling at the curb, the one I'd surprised her with for our 28th anniversary, its chrome rims glinting under the streetlights like a bad omen. My stomach knotted instantly. "This can't be right," I muttered to myself, the engine's hum drowning out my racing thoughts. Elena had texted me earlier, "At the Women's League meeting till late, don't wait up." Why was her car here? I parked a block away, heart pounding like a drum in my chest, and snuck up to the side window, the cool evening air raising goosebumps on my arms. What I overheard through that thin pane of glass didn't just break my heart, it ignited a fire that would burn their world to the ground. Before we unravel this web of deceit, if you're hooked already, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And tell me in the comments, where are you tuning in from? Chicago? New York? Let's make this community thrive with your stories too. As soon as that naive old man scribbles his name on those divorce papers, we'll have it all. The restaurants, the investments, everything we've mapped out. Elena's voice slithered through the half-open window, sharp and venomous, like acid dripping into my soul. I froze in the shadows, my breath shallow, keys biting into my palm. Just 5 minutes earlier, I'd called Sophia to float the idea of a family brunch. "Sorry, Dad, I'm out running errands," she'd said, her voice light and unsuspecting. "But Victor's home crunching numbers if you need anything." Yet here was Elena's BMW, bold as brass in the driveway. I cut the engine, my legs feeling like lead as I crept closer. Through the curtain's sliver, I saw them, my wife of 28 years, Elena, perched on Sophia's velvet sofa like a queen on her throne, her red lipstick smeared slightly from whatever meeting this was, and Victor, leaning against the antique bookshelf I'd gifted them for their wedding, his smug grin twisting his features, the same grin that always rubbed me wrong, like he was sizing up a mark. "The timing couldn't be better," Victor said, his accountant tone slick with triumph, adjusting his wire-rimmed glasses. "File in July, cite irreconcilable differences. Under Illinois law, Elena gets half of all marital assets, plus alimony that could last indefinitely given your age difference." Elena's laugh echoed, that melodic trill I'd once found enchanting, now sounding like shattering glass. "The restaurant chain alone is valued at $15 million. Toss in the franchises, the lake house, the stock portfolio, we're talking $25 million easy." My fingers trembled as I yanked out my phone, thumb slamming the record button, just as Victor droned on. The genius part? His blind trust. Robert has no clue we've been compiling his financials for over a year. Tax returns, franchise agreements, revenue reports, all duplicated. He nodded at a thick binder on the coffee table, its edges worn from their scheming. He basically gifted us the blueprint to his empire. 3 years of faking the loving spouse, enduring his endless rants about menu tweaks and supplier deals, pretending to worry when profits dipped. God, he truly thinks I adore him. A branch cracked under my shoe. Damn these old city sidewalks. They both went rigid, heads whipping toward the window like cornered animals. I flattened against the cold brick, pulse thundering in my ears, sweat trickling down my back in the spring chill. "What do you hear?" He's suspicion lacing her words. "Just a squirrel or something," Victor dismissed after a beat. "You're jumping at shadows. Can you blame me if Robert catches wind before we're set?" "He won't. The guy's oblivious to betrayal if it slapped him." Victor's chuckle dripped with scorn. "Come October, you'll be single, loaded, and free to spend it all with anyone you choose." I held my ground, phone capturing every toxic syllable. 15 agonizing minutes later, I slunk back to my car, the world tilting on its axis. 28 years boiled down to a greedy powwow between my wife and son-in-law. That binder haunted me, months of covert ops while I'd slaved 18-hour days expanding Bella Italia from a single pizza joint to a Midwestern powerhouse. I gripped the steering wheel, staring at my calloused hands, the ones that needed dough at dawn, signed multi-million deals, and slipped a ring on Elena when her family turned their backs on our wedding. Elena's words looped in my head. "He truly thinks I adore him." And the gut punch, until half an hour ago, I had, without a shadow of a doubt. The front door creaked open as I fumbled for my keys. Elena stepped first, her designer scarf fluttering, Victor right behind, fiddling with his cufflinks. They hadn't spotted my sedan yet, but when they did, Elena's face blanched like she'd seen a ghost. "Robert?" Her pitch spiked. "What on earth are you doing here?" I plastered on a neutral mask, though my blood roared. 28 years had honed her ability to read her, or so I thought. Turns out she'd been the actress all along. "Just wrapped a supplier meet nearby," I lied, stepping out casually. "Figured I'd pop in and say hi to Sophia." Victor edged closer to Elena, his sharp eyes scanning me like a ledger for errors. "She's not around," Elena blurted. "I was assisting Victor with some audit prep for a client." The fib slid out effortlessly. How many had I bought over the years? "Huh," I said breezily. "Thought you had that league meeting till 8. Mentioned it over breakfast, right?" Panic flickered in her eyes. "Wrapped early. Migraine hit. Bummer." I turned to Victor with fake warmth. "Tough audit?" "Asset allocation," he slipped, then backpedaled. "For a messy estate case, complicated finances." The irony burned. If only he knew. Elena's gaze bounced between us. "How long have you been parked here, Robert?" "Just arrived. Why?" Her smile was forced, lips tight. "You look off. All good?" The plotter of my downfall, feigning concern. I nearly barked a laugh. "Rough shift. Don't mind me." I nodded at Victor. "Carry on with your prep." "We were done anyway," Victor said, his hand grazing Elena's back. Too familiar, too lingering. How long had that been brewing? "Perfect." I checked my phone visibly, noting Victor's eyes linger on it. "Gotta run. Pasta won't sauce itself." Elena's forced giggle grated. "Be home soon. Loose ends to tie." "No rush." I paused at the door. "Oh, Elena, the doc's office called about shifting your checkup. Clashed with your league schedule." Her mask slipped for a heartbeat. "Must be a glitch. I'll sort it." "Sure, mix-ups happen." I slid into the seat, heart slamming, and peeled out, watching them in the mirror. They waited till I turned the corner, then huddled, whispering furiously. The charade was on. They suspected I'd heard. I knew their plot. We all acted normal. Elena would concoct excuses by dinner, but she didn't know about the 47-minute audio bomb on my phone. I merged into traffic, grip steady, shock morphing to icy resolve. They saw me as a pushover chef. They'd learn I cooked revenge as well as risotto.
The drive home blurred. Red lights, honks, autopilot guiding my old Ford to our lakeside villa in the suburbs. Past the landscaped lawns Elena demanded pros handle, past the marble fountain for our 25th. I idled in the drive, eyeing the house I'd renovated myself in '94, every beam a testament to love, now tainted. Inside, the silence hit different, echoey, empty. Elena's vibe had always filled it, gossip about galas, gripes about staff, glee over splurges. Now, all staged? The mantle wedding photo snagged me. April 12, 1988. Elena radiant in lace, me stiff in a borrowed suit, both beaming what I'd sworn was real joy. She was 24, a hostess at my first restaurant. I was 39, my eatery finally profitable after ramen-fueled hustles. We'd met when she comped my table after a bad review. Her laugh at my lame pasta pun hooked me. First date at a rival spot ran till closing. She hung on my visions of a chain empire. "You're not just cooking food," she'd said, hand on mine. "You're creating memories." Engaged in 5 months. The kitchen island held our 28th card, Elena's cursive flowing. "To my amazing hubby, thanks for turning dreams real. To 28 more blissful years. Love always, Elena." Love always? Tasted like ash now. In the den, Sophia's childhood snaps lined shelves I'd built pregnant Elena. May 3rd, 1996, her birth. Elena glowing post-labor, cradling our wrinkly wonder. Best years. Elena acing motherhood. PTAs, ballet recitals, themed bashes. "World's top dad," she'd sobbed at Sophia's law school grad. "She'll soar thanks to your bedrock." Your, not our. Hints, then? I slumped in my worn armchair. Elena hated its shabbiness. Memories flooding. 15th anniversary Hawaii trip. Elena thrilled by volcanoes. Sophia's bar exam party. Tears all around. Holidays chaotic with Elena's deco extravaganzas. When did appreciation sour to greed? When thanks for this life became I deserve better? The phone audio answered. Elena hadn't loved me in ages, maybe ever. Kisses, toasts, whispers, all props to keep me grinding, amassing fortune for her grab. 28 years, a scam. In the dimming light, amid happy marriage relics, grief hardened to strategy. Elena played long con for cash, but she forgot. The mind forging a restaurant dynasty from nothing, mastered games too. Time to flip the script. Den quiet enveloped me as I channeled my mogul mode. When did Elena pivot from partner to predator? Crystal clear. 2019, landing the citywide franchise deal. $60 million over 4 years, my biggest win. Home that night, expecting cheers, found Elena at the counter with luxury catalogs and a tablet. "This seals the deal on that Gold Coast penthouse," she declared, eyes glued to screens. "The one with the rooftop pool, $6.5 million asking." No high fives, no pride in feeding thousands jobs, just her shopping list. "Elena, project's not even greenlit. Permits, menus, hires. But the payday's locked, right?" Her blue eyes appraised me coolly. 2 hours she planned. Penthouse, yacht club dues, exotic cars, safaris. Hers, not ours. Pronouns screamed it, but I was buried in logistics. By 2020, demands ramped up. Club membership essential after friends joined. Our cozy cabin tacky versus peers' aspen pads. Hints about husbands who truly valued wives. Intimacy faded, blamed stress, age. Separate rooms for my restless tossing, never an issue before. Dinners, her monologues on others' luxuries. Lisa's hubby gifted a Porsche for their anniversary, appreciating her sacrifices. Sacrifices? Living lavishly on my sweat? Victor Bond grew post-Sophia's 2022 wedding. Elena suddenly obsessed with accounting, quizzing on splits, alimony for a pal. Calls whisked to other rooms, book club or volunteer stuff. How many plotted my ruin? I replayed clips. Victor's, "We've tracked his finances a year." Elena's, "3 years faking devotion." It clicked. Her interest in my books, valuation queries, joint accounts push, her secret cards intact. Recon while I expanded. But her fatal flaw, underestimating the hustler who bootstrapped Bella Italia. That brain, navigating deals, unions, expansions, now aimed at payback. They thought chess versus novice, she'd learn I owned the board. I rose, heading to my study, files towering on oak shelves I crafted. Returns, deals, deeds, what Elena thought she had, but true gems, hidden. I dialed Carla Ruiz, my accountant pal, knowing my offshore setups for legit tax plays. Time for the call, flipping fates. 4 days turned my study to command center. Dual screens glowed with statements, laws, records, pads scrawled, assets, flaws, schedule, edges. Shaved sharp in my charcoal suit Elena deemed powerful, glasses on. Grief to grit, courtesy 40 years biz savvy. Carla exceeded hopes. 4 offshore funds, legal, hidden sans pro digging. Elena's DIY spy work missed the vault, cataloged facade while riches stayed secret. But she'd hustled too. Statements showed $62,000 siphoned over 10 months to a mystery account. Beneficiary? Victor Hale. Pre-plot partners. Lavish brunches at yacht clubs. $400 facials. Outfits timed with luncheons. Prep for post-me life. That $12,000 Chanel bag last week? Ironic after her budget woes moan. Victor's weak spots shone brighter. Industry buds spilled on Chicago's flashy accountant. 220,000 loans drowning him. 10K office rent for show. Rep for shady shortcuts on bills. Hale's clever, pal from a supplier said over espresso, but lives beyond means. Owes my vendors $30K. Vows soon, ghosts checks. State board site? 3 ethics slaps last 2 years. Fund mishandles, cleared but scarred. In numbers game, stains stuck. I leaned back, eyeing Intel Hall from 96 hours. They pegged me trusting sap, blind to tabs. Missed the empire builder's edge. Phone buzzed. Sophia's ID. Hey kiddo, warm as ever. Day treating you okay? Dad, gotta ask. Her lawyer neutral, used on tough cases. You and Mom good? Air's thick lately. Grip tightened. What did Victor leak? Why say that? Small stuff. Mom's money anxious, odd with business booming. Victor probes company setup, partnerships, asset controls. Pause. Like info hunting, but why? Her law smarts sniffed their hunt. Curious on business, probably. Mom's big on security. Maybe, skeptical. Dad, if it's bad, real bad, you'd say, right? Loaded. Spill on her mom's ruin plot? Hubby's orchestration? Family facade lies? Sure, but all fine. Business stress. Post-call, notes stared. Victor pumping Sophia, too. Op wider. Time to feed them my bait. Still mulling Sophia's alert when secure line rang. Carla, efficient as ever. Robert, asset shields ready to sign. On estate tweak tip, Doug structures. Pause. More than estate, huh? Sharp. Forensic years read subtext. Threat type? Home front. Silence. New divorce terrain from crew cases. Noon ready. Biz assets ring-fenced from personal hits. Attackers see zilch real. By 10 a.m., across from Bank Pres pal Ed Vance, 15-year golf buddy, in leather-scented boardroom, deal haunt. Security audit, doc slid. Freeze joint access till ID check. Browse up. Thorough, Robert. All accounts, lines, autos, every. Why? Can't say. Grin. Effect when? Sign, instant. Holders pinged for in-person proof. Inconveniences Elena big. Banking on it.
Holds hit 11:52 a.m. Elena mid-yacht club lunch with mogul wives. First decline buzzed 12:07. Reviewing menus when her frantic ring at 12:45. Robert, accounts glitch. Card bounced at brunch. Bank says hold. Know why? Pure act. No nod to Victor joint. Vanished 62K. Serious. Trigger? ID verify. Humiliating. Here with Claire, Vicky, Paula. Can't cover salad. Distress real. Not plot threat. Status ding. Knew her priorities. Calling Ed now. Fix soon. But no call. Hit site where crew prepped new franchise. Mixers whirring. Flour dusting air. Grounding after fiscal fight. Texts piled. Elena, 152. Still locked. Absurd. 228. Ed Sec says meetings. What Prez ignores top clients? 319.
Emergency line frozen. Groceries how? Grim smile each. She took security granted, now tasted void. Victor's flips funner. 4:35, PI Jake Torres updated. Hale hit wife joint thrice, failed, tried trust, Sophia's old college fund he oversees, frozen per you. Mood? Rants at tellers, legal threats, boss demands, arrogant suit losing grip. By 6, home auditing battle, all joints iced, lines halted, payments my sign-off. Elena's fortune tap, purse cash. Legal, spouse shielding assets pre-review. Ed vouch protocol. Message clear. Ambush target now hunting. 6:59 ring. Elena's desperate edge. See conspirators crack. After-hours guard at Hale Accounting nodded Elena rushing in, stilettos echoing marble. New via Jake in opposite diner, entrance view. Her driveway yell, Victor, meet now, catastrophe. Neighbor eavesdropped. Discretion gone. 12th floor office lit crisis bright. Binoculars showed duo over docks, postures screaming panic. He knows, Elena via vents to Jake's adjacent contact. Cut everything, I couldn't fuel car. Victor sharp, not chance. 4 days back he popped at house mid-plan. Overheard. How much? Enough. Assume taped, all on assets, schedule, tactics. Silence damning. Victims ahead. Now, Elena deflated. Rush all, no slow. Monday, emergency file, spousal now. Claim financial abuse via access block. Abuse? Interest peaked. Compelling. Frame controlling spouse using cash to bully. Holds prove pattern, not shield. Papers shuffled, attack gear. Document abuse, emotional, control, threats. Recall marriage, solo money calls, spend quizzes, cash sway. Hard, Robert's generous, not controlling. Flip it, generosity traps dependency. Gifts, luxes, isolation tools. Audacious, weaponize my love. Sophia? Won't side auto, law training doubts. Ideal, Victor smug. Hesitation proves Robert's family twist. Frame her expertise as his tool versus your needs. Turn daughter against dad? Secure fortune. Her bar cred waits testimony as psych-like opinion on manipulation. Evil genius. Skepticism to anti-dad proof. Love to abuse. Shield to attack. Monday, restrain asset moves. 18K monthly temp. Home exclusive. Fight? Escalate. Harass if contact. Stalk if probe. Abuse if question. Denial feeds guilt. Harder push. Controllier look. Elena's cold laugh. Poor Robert. Unaware storm. 28 years trusting sap. Nice guys last. Hour more. Story sync. Secure comms. Warfare prep. Every chat, deal, transact. Abuse proof. Plot from grab to assassination. Finance, rep, Sophia tie, community stand. Elena exited 9:45. Victor text buzzing. Not mad wife. Scared victim escaping tyrant. War declared. Sunday brunch at Café Azur, Elena Sophia ritual 5 years. Corner booth, cozy for secrets. But Elena played needy mom versus supporter. Sophia, about dad, calibrated quake. Think he's unstable. Sophia set mug down, lawyer mode on. Unstable how? Control, paranoia, account locks, security, but trail off. Duration? Months. Blamed stress, but yesterday total cutoff. Couldn't buy coffee. Sophia leaned, trained eye engaged. Financial control flags abuse, but also legit in biz shifts or legal fears. Dad's reason? Direct, neutral. Elena wanted ally, got analyst. Routine claims, but 28 years, this punishes. 4. Hesitate, reveal risk. Suspects marriage doubts, intimidate stay. Mom, patient. Abuse to block divorce or divorce plan and asset guard. Close cut. Tactic shift. Behavioral shifts concern. As lawyer, insights? Changes trigger-based. What 4 days ago sparked locks? Mind world. Sophia too sharp for spin. Questions poked holes. Unknown. Scares me. But Sophia scanned face, spotting tells. Legal advice or side pick in fight? Shatter, no validation. Help family grasp. Talk dad honest versus me analyze via your lens. Elena stormed out 25 minutes later, raging at detachment, fearing narrative crumble under law scrutiny. Meanwhile, at Bella HQ, Intel reshaped war. PAL's 1020 call. Thought you'd know. Hail bar probe on vendor pays in Smith case. Issues? 4 vendors complain non-pay. Collected client cash, no distribute. Trust breach. Grave? Hearing next week. Scrambling 28K to square before close. Matched my dig. Vendors chat if industry ask. Furious. Small ops can't eat losses. Next 3 hours, calls. Mike Lopez, electric, owed 9K 9 months. Tina Wong, plumbing, 11K since September. Greg Hayes, roofing, 8K Movember job. Pattern, reference check pre-hire. Warnings flowed, delays, ethics dodges. By 1, proof. Trust as piggy bank, bar violations, vendor lies. 248, board hotline. File misconduct. Hail pattern, trust breaches, misreps, details, names, sums, timelines, abuses. 4 witnesses okay. By 4, Hail office fielded probe calls, hearing mandates, rep crumbling. 4:59 text Jake, Hail out with file boxes to car. Tail? No destination. To Elena, panic trumping care, plot to scramble, let air, war heating. 3 crisis days let Sophia digest, drive to HQ like judgment march, building solid, stone, glass, my sweat, receptionist warm, expected, go in. I rose, reading poise, lawyer stance, decided air. Dad, discuss mom's situation, neutral, need your view. Her tale? Control, financial manip, abuse maybe, wants my bar cred back victim story. Jarring clinical from a kid. Strategy, detach for facts. Your take? Mom manips me like you apparently. Eyes studied. Evidence? Play what heard. Hesitate, shield fail. But adult, barred. Phone play. Elena, once gullible idiot signs. Sophia stone-faced minute. Mock marriage, strategies, asset talks. But 3 years faking it.
End. Silence bridge. Known how long? 7 days. Overheard your house. Building defense? Acting normal? Yep. Process. Mom wanted opinion on your abuse. Said, no ethic assess sans eval. Claims mismatch patterns. Anger edge. Used my bar as weapon. VS, you, standards. Betrayal weight shared. Sorry dragged. Not. Glad truth. Now? Studied face, my built strength, her independence. Your call, no force sides. Chosen, up. Truth over loyalty, evidence over feel. Support non-manipulate parent. Relief, worry. Victor, him, cold. Conspired vs dad, using my firm cover. Marriage done. Dad, not rage, character, evidence-based. Doorward, pause. Testify honest if need, but no weapon, even yours. Got. Good, one more task. Stride out, clarity won. 20 minutes, home confront betrayer of us both. Alone amid work-proof, felt first since hell. Hope wins. Sophia's key clicked 7:45. Victor startled, not expecting early. Sprawled couch, docs strewn, scotch half gone. Talk time, purse down precise. Bad day, no look. Depot delayed. No plot, Victor. Head snap, mask slip, despair. Plot? You mom scheme ruin dad financially. Use my bar for fake abuse. Standing, edge. Scotch set calm. Misunderstand. 3 years faking loving spouse. Pallor. Victor, Supreme Court arguer, world crumbling. Heard how much? All. Splits, timelines, fees, mom's act. Sat distant. Marriage part scheme?
No direct answer, deflects, denials, but evidence mounts, composure cracks. Sophia was business help for mom. Save, packing, out by dawn. Shock to please, wait, explain. Door slam, marriage shattered. 5 days on, Elena learned social fallout outpaces courts. Yacht club brunch hummed, but groups hushed as she neared. Claire Vance, tennis pal 6 years, studied mimosa. Vicky Morrison faked a call. By table, got it. Plot public. Elena Hun, Paula's fake suite, missed gala committee yesterday. What? No invite. Message miss? Structure shifts. Understand? Pattern clear. Calls ignored. Invites yanked. Circles shut. My counter. Cred from 40 honest years unbreakable. Lunch with Ed Vance. Family woes. Details sparse. Elena, Victor plotting assets, protected. Response, sympathy, pro nod. Chamber meet Eve. Pal asked Elena no show. Marriage issues surfaced, sad. Discover folks not as thought, grateful timely. By Monday, Elena isolated. Club review. Boards accept unsent quits. Victor pro fall. 4 clients bail. Ethics doubts. Big account. $250,000 year letter. Confidence loss. Elena's Tuesday panic call Victor. All no, can't face town. File emergencies tomorrow. Push Robert defense. Before license gone, me to Aunts Ohio. Blame fest till 1 a.m. Guilt no fix. Wednesday their desperation play. I prepped. Wednesday, Elena in scorched earth lawyer Dana Klein's office. Glass view to court she aimed my end. But Klein skeptical. Mrs. Hayes, materials reviewed. Husband's shields legal. Joint right in discord. Abuse. Despair seeped. Controls my money access. Hours. His earn per taxes 28 years. Your contrib? Minimal. Unemployed since 90. Flush. Homemaker luxury now trap. Emotional abuse? Incidents? Sleepless fabricating from my kindness. Money control always. Threats? Isolation? Examples? None. Never yelled, restricted, questioned. Blocks away, Victor's board call. More complaints. Client funds personal use. Grip tight. Unfounded. Docs show invoices old. Settlements done. Funds where? Personal, for rent, debts, delays. Hearing Friday, all records 24 months. Thursday Eve, desperation peak. Empty office session. File violence claims, Elena bold. Forced defense. False? Felony with evidence. What? No witnesses. Recording recall. Proves strategy, not abuse. Reframe. Expertise, testimony. Long manip, control. Victor stared, homewife to perjurer. Fail, jail. No try, poverty, disbar anyway. Fight down. Friday hearing, Hail Mary or more proof. Unaware I'd logged calls, meets, lies. Not defending, prosecuting. Chicago courthouse May 5th felt armored by 40-year rep. Judge Elena Vargas, family court vet, deception pro. Elena plaintiff side with Klein, victim garb. Modest blouse, subtle makeup, twitchy, real stakes. Mrs. Hayes, petition claims finance abuse, intimidation. Incidents fearing safety? Quaver. Months restricting accounts, spend watch, leave threats. Threats? Finance, nothing left. Rep ruin via connects. Pause. Week ago, cut off basics. Watched 28-year wife perjure, lies stacking, abuse from my provider role. Judge to my lawyer Paul Torres. Response? Honor, claims false, spiracy to defraud. Serious. Audio of Mrs. Hayes, Victor Hale plotting 6 weeks back. Elena paled, Klein whispered storm. Exhibit A. Phone hooked. Elena, once gullible idiot signs. 47 minutes. Mockery, strategies, Sophia manip plan. Thinks I adore him, cruel laugh. My wife's story crumbled live. Fear absurd versus taped glee. Judge halted. Response, silence. Klein pale. Withdraw rep, uninformed. Granted. Stare, dismiss prejudice. Refer DA perjury probe. Gavel boom. 3 weeks post, divorce deal mirrored flop. Deceit axed support. Forgot prenup from '88 capped minimal share. Victor disbarred on $142,000 fund theft, now clerk in Kansas. Sophia divorced next day, differences. New firm, ethics in family law, spotting cons. 7 months on, Elena clerks at the boutique she once shopped, irony thick. I grew Bella stronger, community backed, new deals flowed. House quieter, true, no acts. Rain on my built pains in my home. Elena right, I believed love, now spot performance. Karma hits hard when betrayal meets brains. Lessons, trust gut, build quiet strength, justice prevails. If this fired you up, ponder, self-respect over facades. Loved this saga's justice rush? Smash like, subscribe for more revenge epics, share your tale below. Click next video for another banger. Thanks watching, till next.